Hello, I'm Ronnie Beck, and this week's discussion is over the economic impact and what caused the Great Depression in the 1930s. I'm here in Las Vegas today, and I happen to have the Mob Museum to my background, which I thought would be a little ironic since the mob came to a lot of prominence and actually benefited from some of the economic downturn of our nation during the Great Depression. Now, for the Great Depression, there was never a single event that caused the Great Depression or ever causes any economic downturns. However, wherever you are, there were different events that influenced the Great Depression. In Europe, there was different events that occurred that influenced the Great Depression as there was here in the United States. Even where I'm from in Oklahoma, during the 1930s, we had the Dust Bowl, which helped to influence the economic times of the Southern Plains. But where we're talking about the Great Depression, we're trying to pinpoint what it's caused and what actually caused the economic downturn. Once again, there's never a single event. However, a big event that most people relate with the Great Depression is the stock market crash in 1929. Now, the stock market crash did have a effect on the Great Depression because there was a big percentage of the population, of the richer population, that lost a lot of money between 1929 and 1932. And whenever you have a large percentage of the population that's now no longer spending money, that causes an economic downturn. But the main event that I would like to key on today is the Smoot-Hawley tariffs, which was legislation that was passed by Congress in 1930. And that legislation placed tariffs onto imports coming into the United States. Now, because of these tariffs that raised the price of products in the United States and placing more burden on our trading nations, namely Canada, France, and the United Kingdom. Now, what those nations did was then retaliate with their own tariffs on American goods, and that caused even more economic downturn for American workers and put pressure on an already strained environment. So, although there were many events that caused the Great Depression and played on the economic influence of the time, I would tell you that a major significant influencer of the Great Depression was the government tariffs that were occurring throughout the world. Thank you.